Hey guys, Maria here and William. Welcome to our channel. Mwah. Okay, so today we're going to talk about hay. In this video I'm going to explain what kind of hay you need, components the hay have, and everything about hay, so please keep watching. Rabbits need a lot of fiber for their digestive system to work properly. So hay is a great choice because it has a lot of fiber. Although there's something that you need to understand, that if rabbits were to only eat hay, they would be malnourished and you will eventually die very early. That's because hay has a lot of fiber, doesn't have a lot of nutrients. And the reason for that to happen is because hay passes through the gut very rapidly, so they don't absorb the nutrients they should. So that's it, so you need to keep that in mind. Okay, another thing, alfalfa hay. Alfalfa hay is very misunderstood. If that's what you can call it. Okay, there's a lot of people and a lot of doctors that say alfalfa has a lot of calcium and a lot of protein, which is true, and they shouldn't have alfalfa all the time. That is true. Although alfalfa hay is a very good source of protein and calcium, etc., in rabbits that don't have urinary problems, okay, and are older, they need like a boost, or they're anorexic. So it's very good. In order of that, you can actually give alfalfa in a healthy rabbit that doesn't have any problems. It's a very good source of hay. Okay, let's talk about what kind of hays you should give your bunny. Okay, so grass hay is actually the most common, the most inexpensive, and the one that is out there, it's widely available. So grass hay has a lot of silicates and other minerals. They help teeth wear and is a great source of fiber. Although grass hay is not always the same, it depends on a lot of factors. It depends on specific species of grass, age that was harvested, how it was dried, and how it was stored. Okay, so what does that mean? It means, for example, older plants have more lignin, sun-dried hay has a lot of vitamin D, has more vitamin D, and if the hay is stored in high temperatures, it could be a loss of vitamins A, vitamin D, and vitamin E. But it's very hard to know if the hay was exposed too long, if it was exposed to sun. It depends. To know that, you need to analyze the hay, so that's it's impossible. You could, but I don't think you need to. Now we're going to talk about examples of grass hay. So, of course, you all know Timothy hay. A lot of people say Timothy hay should be the most important hay you give your rabbit, blah, 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 blah. Well, yes and no. There are a lot of types of grass hay out there, a lot. So just take your pick. Actually, Timothy hay is not the one that has the most fiber, so just keep that in mind. So you have Timothy hay, standard wheat grass, Bermuda grass, orchard grass, meadow grass, and oat grass. Of course, we can go back to that one that Timothy hay is the most widely available. That's true, because I think Bermuda grass and wheat grass, it's more in the South and North of America. That's what I think. I need to check that out. Okay, let's talk about the quality of hay at this moment. Okay, so there's a lot of different packages of hays. Of course, you have those small packages. Of course, those are going to be more expensive. They're more even, they don't have like yellow bits, and there are few or any weeds, although they're very, very expensive. I can give you an example. The Oxbow sells those packages, I think it's 2 kilos, if I'm not mistaken, and then the bigger ones, but it's very expensive. I think the one of 2 kilos is like 20 something euros or dollars. So I don't think it justifies. Well, actually, if you're in a hurry or you really need to buy hay or you forgot to buy the hay, those little packets are very good for you to try and find different hays and to try it with your rabbit. For example, oat grass hay is very, very good. Orchard grass, it's very also good. So keep that in mind. Okay guys, I just found one Oxbow bag that I had here, so you guys can see what I mean. Okay. So I think this is the one, let me see how much it has. Oh yeah, it's 1.13 kilos, so it's less than what I said. Okay. What I suggest is for you to buy in a store that only makes hay for rabbits. There's a lot of stores out there. I can tell you that Small Pet Select has the best hay my rabbits have ever tried. Here in Portugal, you have Eggs on Himalaya. It's a great store. Hopin, it's a new store that just opened, and I think they're going to have hay soon. But then there's a lot of variety out there. Okay, so I actually order from Small Pet Select in the UK, and I order like 22 pounds. It's very, very big, but it lasts a very long time, and it's very good. And of course, you need to keep in mind that when you order from a big farm or a big company, the bits are not going to be all the same. Of course, there's going to be yellow bits out there in the middle, but that's fine. If the hay is green, if it has long strings for them to wear their teeth, and if it has no discoloration, it's great. Just keep that in mind. The only thing you need to understand is that hay should be a very uniform color, smell sweet, not musty, and not have too much dust. And it should be of a green color. Okay, now we're going to talk about cuts. So we're going to talk about Timothy because it's the most common one. Okay, so Timothy hay has 3 different cuts. Well, actually they have more, but no one talks about it because it's very hard to find. So we're going to talk about the first, second and third cut. Hay from first cutting has more steams and of course more wheat. The protein content is usually lower and it has more fiber. Second cut, it's more softer, more palatable, more greener, but it has less lignin, but overall it has more nutritional value. The third cut hay, it's the most palatable and is actually the sweetest, so it's the one that rabbits love. So actually the first, second and third doesn't make a lot of difference for you to worry, well, am I going to get the first, the second, the third? It doesn't matter. Actually, if you buy them in those small packages, you don't even know if it's first, second or third, so don't worry about it. Okay, another thing that a lot of people talk about is that rabbits should have unlimited hay. That's true and that's not true. Rabbits don't need to have hay all the time. They only need to assimilate hay, like some hay in a tissue box. That should be fine per day. But the researchers don't say that giving a lot of hay, unlimited hay per day, it's unhealthy for them. But it's not a rule that you really need to follow. And it actually depends on the health of the rabbits, the age of the rabbit, and other factors. But I mean, by all means, give unlimited hay to your rabbit, don't worry, as long as he's receiving other foods, because unlimited ingestible fiber can cause irritation of the gut and future GI stasis. Okay guys, so the last thing I want to talk about is how much content does each grass hay have. Okay, so let's start with Timothy hay, of course. So Timothy hay has 28% of fiber, 80% of crude protein, and 0.36% of calcium. Okay, let's go to the Bermuda grass. The Bermuda grass has 32% of fiber, 9.1 of protein, and 0.38 of calcium. And then we go to oat grass, it's one of my favorites. It has 42.4, can you see this, of fiber, and 80.6 of crude protein, and it has 0.29 of calcium. Then we go to wheatgrass. It has 36.4% of fiber, 80% of protein, and 0.23 of calcium. We can see now orchard grass. It's very common. It has 31% of fiber, 80.15 of protein, and 0.28 of calcium. Okay, let's also check alfalfa hay. So alfalfa hay has 30% of fiber, 17.5% of protein, and 1.23 of calcium. Okay, so guys, I think that's it. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, please comment below and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Oh my god, I love him so much. I just want to squeeze him.